Hey, Russell of Hotels going live just for a couple of minutes. For that show on air with Russell of Hotels. It's a live hospitality talk show. Everybody's talking about, and probably everybody was talking like, is this thing coming on today? What is really going on here? But yeah, I have this thing. If it ain't right, don't do it. Right. So I had to fix some things before I came on, and it took me a little longer than I thought it was going to take. So I do apologize for that. But hey, I'm here. Sometimes, things don't always work when you want them to or work the way you want them to. And sometimes you just have to take a step back like, okay, how do I make this thing better? What is going on here? What is really going on? So yeah, so it just took me a little longer than normal. It's 1:14. Don't worry, you're not getting cheated out of anything here. Okay, I just started a little later. It's okay. So let me just make sure I have the chat on. I'm live on LinkedIn and YouTube. So and the replay will be on Facebook. So today is show number 280. Okay, so this is the monologue section here. So I'm just gonna do a little talking for a minute just to make sure I have everything right, how it's supposed to be. Get some lines out of here. I can see some stuff that I need to fade out. And once I do that, then we'll get the thing started. We'll start the intro and then move on to the show. But I hope you guys are doing well. Happy, what is it today? I'm not even sure what today is. Today is, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Today is December 10th. A couple days before Christmas, right? What is it? I don't know. 15 days before Christmas. Hopefully you guys are finished with someone asked me the other day, or have you done your shopping yet? And I'm like, no, I don't, I don't shop. I don't do any of that stuff. So, to answer your question, yeah, I'm done already because I never even started and I'm done. So let me just make sure I see some fuzziness here. That's the thing, you think everything is just perfect. I'm sitting on a chair, right? So that's a chair right there. You see it? Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I had to fade something out because it didn't look right. That's why. But let's see. I think that is it for the fading out. Okay, so now I can turn on the chat, right? So feel free to make comments. It's all about engagement. Let me just make sure. Let me cue up my iPad here. Make sure that's where it's supposed to be. Yeah, it's show number 280. Okay, who would have thought I'd done show number one? Okay, let alone 280 of these shows or these episodes or whatever. So yeah, so I've done them. Most of them, if you want to go back and take a look, they go back to LinkedIn, go to YouTube. You'll see a lot of the older shows. If you want to listen and not necessarily see me, you can go to my website. You can go russellofhotels.com, go to the podcast drop down, and they're listed right there. So by number, of course, last week was 279. Today's 280. Of course, 280 is not up there yet because I'm still doing the show right now. So yeah, if you want to see some old stuff, Spotify, you can go Spotify, you can go Podbean, you can go YouTube, however you want to go back. You can. I don't even go back and look at the older shows anymore because those are over, right? They're over. Not saying that they're old and I have nothing to say about them. It's just that I just move forward and just keep it going. In fact, that's the problem here. My light is not on. There you go. That's what the problem was. I'm sitting here adjusting things. I'm like, why is that like that? It's because the light, I have two lights and one was not on. That normally doesn't happen. It never happens like that. But anyway, hey, when I do these shows, there's always what am I trying to say? There's always the hotel or hotels that I'm showcasing, right? Today will be several hotels I'm showcasing. Like today is the Westin LAX. And yeah, I mean, you'll see as I change scenes, you'll see that when I change scenes because it'll be a different hotel that you can take a look at. Like, oh my God, oh, that's the Westin LAX. Oh, it didn't look like that the last time I was there. However you want to do that. But anyway, yeah, so I just want to let you guys know that, yeah, I do that. And I change scenes and it's a different hotel today. Normally it's the same hotel, but because it's the end of the year, it's just a reflection of the hotels that I've been to this year. It's too many to count. I don't remember, but I know I've taken at least 10 trips, 10 business related trips. So I know there's at least 10 hotels in there somewhere, right? Not all the ones that I've taken the trips to. You'll see photographs or videos today But I'm just for my own sake. I know I've taken 10 business trips, but that doesn't count how many other hotels I've actually been to, especially the ones in my backyard. Like this one would be in my backyard because I'm located here in Los Angeles, and the Westin LAX is not that far from me. So that's at the airport, and that's literally within 10 minutes of where I live. So there you go. So anyway, that's the intro, right? So I'm doing the monologue right now. Let me just put you guys on hold for a second, and then we're gonna get into this show. Don't worry, the show's not gonna last long, but I got a lot of stuff to cover, right? Some stuff you may be interested in, maybe some stuff you may not be interested in. That's okay, but we're still gonna have it. So anyway, let me put you on hold for a second, hit a couple buttons, and then we're gonna make it do what it do. So anyway, hold on one second, and we're gonna go.
Welcome to On Air with Russell of Hotels, where we talk about everything hospitality, from hotels to influencers and everything in between. We will feature guest interviews with hospitality professionals who will share their experiences. Your host, Russell Edmond, has spent over 25 years in the hospitality industry, beginning his career with Marriott International in hotel operations before moving into the sales arena and becoming a relationship building director of sales and marketing. Russell then went to the other side as a hospitality entrepreneur. He now consults in the hotel and meeting space, which includes being the CEO of Russell of Hotels Group. Did I mention he was a veggie foodie? Yes. Russell is always looking for good non meat pieces. Please welcome your host, Russell Edmond.
Hey, hey, hey. Thank you again for joining On Air with Russell of Hotels, that live hospitality talk show. It is show number 280. Man, like I said, I always I gotta pinch myself sometime. Like, who would have thought that this dude would do 280 episodes of a podcast, knowing that the average length of a podcast goes 6 episodes. Okay, those are some facts for you, just in case you did not know that. Yes, the average length of a podcast goes 6 episodes, and people, they kind of tune out. They don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. No one's listening. No one cares about what I have to say. And a lot of times people get in their own head and come up with this stuff that that avoids them from doing things, not just podcasts, but just things in life, right? So no one's gonna stop me from doing it. My thing was I had stuff I wanted to share, and a lot of it is all based on my experience. Just like other people have things to share, but I'm not one of those people that are gonna like say, "Oh, no one's listening," whatever. Well, someone is listening, even if it's just one person. That's okay. I don't have a problem with just one person listening because I ain't got no ego like that. Okay, where I'm like, "Oh my God, I can't do it." No one's listening to me, and they're laughing at me. Who cares? Who cares? So, but anyway, Russell of Hotels. I'm here. I'm gonna do it, and we're gonna keep it moving. So once again, thank you so much for the people that have supported the show. Through the 280 episodes. There's a few that were here from the start, right? Now, some people jumped on the bandwagon, midway or maybe last week, 2 weeks ago, and that's okay. It doesn't matter. I'm just happy for the support. I'm blessed that people would actually want to tune in and listen to me or whatever. Even though it's not live, they may not listen to the live section, but they do go back and listen to bits and pieces of it on the replay, which is fine because as long as you're listening or watching, I think that's a good thing. So thank you guys so much. And these applause are for you, not for me because I did 280 shows, for you because you supported me. And I appreciate it because, some people have other things to do besides listening to some show of some guy, some talking head. So, but no, I appreciate it. And yeah, this is a new hat, right? I got the ROH on there, right? What does ROH stand for? Does anyone know what ROH stands for? Russell of Hotels. It's a conversation starter because some people will see like, what is row? Hey, Ro, what is Ro? I'm like, Ro? What? The hat, your hat. Oh, you mean Russell of Hotels? Oh my God, what does that mean? What is Russell of Hotels? It's one of those conversation starters. So there you go. So simple to the point, right? So there you go. Shout out to Halby's and Blythe. Okay, they hooked me up, right? So I got a couple hats and gonna get a couple more. So I was doing business with people here in LA, but they became flaky. Sometimes when people become flaky, you know what you need to do? Replace them. Do something else or find somebody else to work with. And that's what I did. So hopefully this new relationship works out. Hopefully it does. It's still new, so we're still trying to work through some stuff, but that's okay. That's all right. It's new. So anyway, we're all about connecting and collaborating, right? And hashtag hospitality unplugged. Hey, you know what? That hashtag hospitality unplugged. I started that thing when I first started this show, right? I'm like, what is hashtag hospitality unplugged? Basically, the good, the bad, the ugly of the hospitality industry. We all deal with the good, the bad, the ugly. More good, hopefully more good than ugly, but every now and then some ugly stuff comes up and we got to mention it, we got to talk about it. And that's okay. That's what makes that's what makes it hospitality, right? Because it's not always hospitality. It's always there can be some crap going on. I don't care what we call it, hospitality, but there's some crap that can come up and it's unplugged a lot of times, right? We're not looking for it, but it does happen. Okay, so I came up with that hashtag back with show number one, right? So, and I've been using it ever since. And guess what? It's now the name of this new web series that I started. Some people have seen it already. I haven't got a lot of comments on it. No one's saying a lot of stuff about it. People are watching it, but I haven't heard a lot of comments about it. But basically, it's a web series that I came up with. The episodes last about anywhere from 1 to 4 minutes. Okay. And I try to keep it under 1 minute or like 1 minute. But, some of the stuff that I'm talking about, it takes longer than a minute. And I rehearse things before I actually, do the final recording and then put it out there. So I'm just trying to streamline some things and like there's no way certain subjects or certain things that I'm talking about, there's no way I can do it a minute or a minute and 50 seconds or whatever. So my first two that are out now, so if you here on YouTube or LinkedIn, Facebook, as well as I think Instagram, I put it on there as well. Just check them out and tell me what you think. The first two, I think, are about a minute and 30 seconds. The last two, or the two that I have not released yet, they don't drop into, I'm going to drop them every Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so episodes 3 and 4 will come out Saturday and Sunday, this coming Saturday and Sunday. And those, I think, are about 3 minutes, less than 4 minutes, but about 3 minutes. And I think those are going to be the longest ones because I think the other stories that I can tell I can do it in less time. So, and it goes through when I first started, back when I was in school, but it's like I said, they're literally like a minute and a half to 3 minute long. So they're not real long. So hopefully you get a taste of like, oh, I want to hear more. I want to see more. What's going to happen next? What does he do? That's what I'm hoping for. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But it's something else because I was trying to figure out because right now I already do 5 things a week. And I was trying to say, well, how can I fill up those next 2 days? That's 7 days. I said, there's 7 days in a week. What can I do to fill up those 2 days? Well, I came up with a web series, and there you go. Once again, the web series is called Hospitality Unplugged. It's the story of Russell of Hotels, how he got started, and it's not just for people, I do a lot of things that are based on hospitality, based on my experiences. But there's, throughout your journey, there's things that can occur that can be useful no matter what industry that you're into, no matter what job you're going after or whatever. So there's going to be some things in there. In fact, in the first 4 episodes, there's things in there that are for everybody, right? So you can learn, you can listen, you can apply, you can do whatever, and or you can just ask questions like, "What the heck does that mean?" And I understand you went through this. I'm going through something similar or whatever. What do you think about this? And that's what it's all about, right? And someone helped me along the way, right? So this is me telling my story about my experiences. everyone's everyone has experienced something in their life, but I'm not shy about telling that story, right? There's some good stuff, but there's some challenging stuff too, that's going to come up. And I'm, like I said, I'm not afraid to share things because it's all based on my experiences, not based on someone else, not based on what somebody told me. It's based on my experiences and how I came to shape, I guess, my career, and then from my career to this company called Russell of Hotels. Okay, there you go. I mean, there's some things that happen that if they didn't happen, there would be no Russell of Hotels. Boom, there you go. So I'm giving you a little stuff to talk about, or at least think about. So a little, percolate and marinate. Let it percolate and marinate a little bit. But anyway, that's it. Let's move on. I'm spending too much time on that. Let's move forward. So where am I? Where am I? Okay, so this is the Carson and Doubletree. Used to work there. Yes, I was the director of sales and marketing there. That's their lobby right there. In fact, those two brass doors in back, that's the elevator. So you just walk through the front door and you can go right through the lobby to the elevator. And then to your left is the front desk, just in case you've never been there before. Right off the freeway on Carson Street or Avalon. Carson Street or Avalon, one of the two. You can get there. Let's see. So I talked about the web series. And okay, let's just move forward. And this is the W Hollywood, Hollywood swinging. That's a nice hotel. I love that hotel. I love the area that it's in. Not too far from Hollywood Boulevard, or what's going on in Hollywood, all that stuff. If you're into that kind of stuff. Hey, the blog. Okay, so everything that I talk about, including today's topic, is on the blog or will be on the blog. Just so happens that I already put it on the blog. So anything I talk about today, you don't have to write notes. You can just go to the blog and see because it's there already. But I will talk about a couple things. But like I said, some people will take notes or whatever. You ain't got to take notes. Just listen and then just go to the website and you'll see it. Just go to russellofhotels.com, go to the blog, drop down, hit that button, bing, and then there you go. And this is the Courtyard Marriott Pasadena Old Town. I love this hotel. I love most Marriott properties because they have that communal space. They welcome people to come in and kind of hang out and congregate and talk about things, network, all that kind of stuff. Plug in and do your work and get that free Wi-Fi. That's why I love about some of these new Marriott properties, because they want people to come in there and use that free Wi-Fi. There you go. They tell you, come on in, use the free Wi-Fi. Here's the code. Here's the password. So anyway, and the topic for today, let me move my head over. Let me move the chair. I'm not sure if you can see that, but that's okay because I'm going to read it. So the topic for today is 5 strategies to build trust and reduce hesitation in group bookings. What? Yeah, okay. I deal with a lot of group bookings, right? Because I do hotel site selection. And sometimes, but remember, I'm the one that presents it to my clients, right? I do the RFP, get the proposals back, present that to my client. And when they're ready to move forward, I'm the one that presents it to the hotel. Well, sometimes the client is hesitant about, well, should we sign with this or should we sign with the other? And these are some things that can help build trust and reduce hesitation in group bookings, right? So I just came up with this quick little 5 things. So bear with me. And like I said, you don't have to necessarily, because I can barely see these myself because of the it's on a bed and I'm here, and if I move over, maybe I can see it. Maybe the lettering may be a little small, but that's okay. Just go to my website, russellofhotels.com. Go to the blog, and that topic will be there, and you can see exactly what it is. But I'm going to read them. So, 5 points to reduce hesitation in group bookings. Group bookings often involve complex decisions and multiple stakeholders, meaning there's a lot of people's hands in the pot, like, should we go there, should we go there, which can lead to hesitation. In this episode, we'll discuss how hotels, DMOs, and hospitality professionals can build trust, streamline the process, and close more group business with confidence. Okay, there you go. That's what we want, right? We want that confidence. So here's 5 key points. Provide transparent pricing and terms. Why does that matter? Group organ group organizers need clarify. I'm sorry. Group organizers need clarity. I wish I had real glasses, right? These are those ones you get from like Rite Aid or whatever, CVS or whatever. And obviously, I can't see. I can't see it. I can't see anything. But anyway, group organizers need clarity to manage budgets and expectations. How to implement: share clear breakdowns of costs, including room rates, event space fees, and food and beverage packages. Offer sample contracts upfront to eliminate surprises. Yeah, so sometimes that proposal, it can be kind of sparse. There's not a lot of information on there. A lot of times it is, but there's sometimes I've come across proposals and everything is not on there. Everything needs to be outlined on there as they're going to be on the contract. Okay. So whatever is going to be in the contract, make sure it is in the proposal. If there's like a resort fee or a leisure fee or whatever they call these kind of fees, if there is one, make sure it's on the proposal. We need to know that because what do? I present that proposal to my client before we move forward with anything else, right? So it needs to make sure, it needs to mirror the contract. It's not a contract. They don't have to sign a proposal, but everything that's going to be included should be on there. Pricing, if there's a food and beverage minimum, make sure all that stuff is on there. Maybe not all the terms, 100% of the terms, I understand that, but if there's important pieces in there, important items that you think are necessary for my client or for the meeting planner or for the hotel site selection person to know, make sure it's in there. No surprises. And then that way they're more comfortable. Everything's up front. They're going to trust you more because if it keeps going back and forth, that's when clients lose trust. They're like, well, wait a minute. He just told me this, and now he's sending me some other information that wasn't on this particular thing. So believe me, you can lose clients real quick, and then they get ticked off, and next thing you know, they're not even coming back to your hotel. They'll sign with somebody else because they were upfront and they were transparent with all the pricing and terms, and that's what you need to do. Number 2, showcase groups specific testimonies and case studies. If you can do that, that'd be great. Or send them to a website. Maybe your website has all this information. Point this stuff out. People need to know that. Group planners trust experience. Group planners trust experiences shared by other organizers in similar situations. Highlight success stories from past group events with photos, videos, and quotes to show your expertise in hosting groups. So if there's testimonials, that's basically what that is. Is there testimonials? If there's testimonials, share that. Is that on your website as well, right? And it has names, Bill S. or Bill Smith or whatever the heck it is. Show those things. If there's testimonials that people, oh, we love this hotel, oh, we love working with this person, make sure you show those things because they're going to take that over someone else. They're going to take that definitely over you, someone that's actually used your hotel. Number 3, offer flexible contract terms. Why it matters. Flexibility around cancellation policies, room blocks, and payment schedules reduces hesitation. How to implement. Provide options to contract adjustments and emphasize your willingness to work with group organizers to meet their needs. So whatever, everybody has, these buzzwords or buzz points or what they're comfortable with or whatever. And sometimes hotels don't read some of those things. They don't read the people. Like they don't ask enough questions. Like what's in this contract? What's the most important thing to you? Well, I don't like the cancellation clause. What don't you like about the cancellation clause? Well, I don't like it because it's so many days out. It's not enough days out or whatever. Is there a compromise somewhere? Now that this person has told you that they don't like the cancellation fee, or cancellation, the schedule or the timeline or whatever it is. But that's the thing. We don't ask enough questions. We want to send the contract out. We want it signed. Okay. Sometimes there's a hesitancy before they sign it, right? Well, find out what the heck it is. Maybe even before you get to that contract phase, ask them, hey, is there anything in your past, and just say this, if there's anything in past contracts that you didn't agree with or you 100% on board with, ask the question. It's okay. What's the worst they're gonna say? Well, no, I didn't have anything. Why are you asking me that? I mean, what's the worst they're gonna ask? What's the worst they're gonna think or say? If you're trying to work with them, so ask these questions. It's okay to ask questions that maybe you haven't asked before. Sometimes they respect it. They're like, oh my God, okay, he or she's really interested in our business because they're asking me and they want to streamline this process. We don't ask enough questions. Believe me, I know. And I know now, being on this side of the fence versus when I was a director of sales and marketing or a sales manager, I didn't ask enough questions. I didn't. You just expected them to answer the question. I mean, sign it and send it back, right? Well, there can be questions in there, and you can ask it. Are there any questions about the contract or the verbiage or anything like that? And salespeople should be able to explain whatever's in that contract. If you're sending out the contract, you should be able to explain what those terms mean. Okay, so make sure we're doing our homework and we're making sure that we know how to, or that we can do that. Number 4, communicate the value of your property to groups. What's that says? Communicate the value of your property for groups. Okay, for groups. Okay, why that matters. Planners want to ensure their groups get more than just a venue. Yeah, that's true. How to implement. Highlight group-friendly amenities such as meeting space, AV technology, breakout areas, nearby attractions, and dedicated event staff. Yeah, so if you're near something that you may think the client, the attendees may like or appreciate, mention those things. Breakout areas. Are there smoking areas out here? I understand you got a lot of smokers in your group. There's, this is a designated smoking area right outside the meeting space. I mean, whatever it is, I'm using that as an example. But these are things you can glean if you listen, if you ask questions, right? If you don't ask questions, you're never gonna know. You're just never gonna know. So you want to ask questions about who are the people that are coming in this group? What do they like? What do they don't like? I mean, all those things matter. But like I said, we don't ask enough of the questions. And what about AV and technology? Is it in-house? Can I bring my own in? Whatever it is, let them know. And number 5, assign a dedicated group coordinator, or in this case, probably a convention services person. And most medium to large size hotels have that already, but make sure in the negotiation process, you introduce who this convention services person would be. Okay. Oh, this is one of our best convention services person. She handles, once the contract is signed, you'll be dealing with him or her. All the conversation or communication will go through him or her. This is her email. This is her card, blah, 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 whatever it is, right? So you can do that, introduce them before the contract gets signed, because once it's turned over, once it's been signed, the sales manager basically does this and walks away, right? Now it gets turned over to a convention services person. Why shouldn't they be part of the negotiation process? Might as well introduce them ahead of time. They may become comfortable with that person. They're showing them this, showing that. We're going over menus already before the contract even signed. We did this in our past meetings about, our meetings and our breaks or whatever. Oh yeah, we've done that here too, and blah, 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 blah. And next thing you know, they've created a relationship already. And now they're not hesitant to sign. They're ready to sign the contract. So that's what happens when you can, foresee some of the things that can happen. And it's okay to bring these people out before you get to that stage, right? Because like I said, normally convention services person are not introduced until this contract is signed. And you never even knew that there was a convention services person there because the salesperson never mentioned it. We have to mention all the players and introduce all the players before that. And then that way there's no, hesitation when it comes to signing contract, or all the questions are answered or whatever. They know who they're going to be working for. They know all the terms. They know what all this stuff means. We have to communicate. And sometimes we don't do a good enough job in communication. That's just it. I mean, it is what it is. Let's see. Why does that matter? Personalized services creates trust and seamless, streamlines communication. Assign a single point of contact who can guide the group through the booking process, answer questions, and ensure everything runs smoothly. That's what you want. There you go. So I encourage you to take a closer look into your group booking process. Ask yourself, are you being transparent with pricing? Are you showcasing your success stories? And most importantly, are you making the experience easy and seamless for group planners? These small adjustments can make a big difference in earning their trust and closing more business. Start implementing these tips, immediately. Why not? And you'll see the impact that you have on your group bookings, okay? So it won't be, they won't be hesitating to sign and have 101 questions, because if you answer all the questions up front, what's to stop them from booking? Nothing. Who's hiring? Okay, well, who's hiring? Okay, let's move forward. We about to move forward here. Who is hiring? Let's see. Let's see. Who is hiring? I only think I got two things here. Two things only. And these are in the greater LA area, just so you know. These are not going to be in Atlanta or Miami or, what's going on in New Jersey. I mean, I'm looking for a job in New Jersey. Well, no, I don't. I'm in LA. Okay, so there you go. Sheraton Garden Grove. Garden Grove. That's near. Actually, that's kind of borders Anaheim. So I guess this would be it's in the Disneyland area. So the Sheraton Garden Grove, they're looking for a general manager. There you go. Head dog. They're looking the head dog. The Cameo Hotel in Beverly Hills. I'm not sure. Is that used to be something else? I think it used to be something else. Was it called CJ's before? I can't remember. But the Cameo, you can look it up. The Cameo Hotel in Beverly Hills. They're looking for a director of sales and marketing. And those are two things that I have. And those are both on the Indeed. So go Indeed.com, check it out. You can also go to LinkedIn. There's a lot of positions that they have available there, as well as if you're looking for like specific DMO, CVB positions that may be available. Go to searchwide.com, or you can still go to H Careers, right? hcareers.com as well. They have stuff there as well, so check it out. And once again, On Air with Russell of Hotels comes on. This show here, On Air with Russell of Hotels, comes on every Tuesday at 1:00. Yeah, I was a little late today, so don't sue me. But I was a little late. But yeah, that comes on every Tuesday at 1:00 PST. I'm in Los Angeles. Today is show number 280. Of course, that show will be 281. Okay, but that's next week. And then speaking of next week, I think I will do the show next week. I do have a trip coming up. I'll tell you when and where. I guess next week. I'll tell you next week. But the following week, I need to see if I'm gonna do something, but I will be kind of in transit somewhere. But we're gonna make sure we do something, because I'm going somewhere that we need to see. Okay, I need to talk about. So anyway, it should be interesting. So once again, this is the Hilton. This is the Hilton Culver City / LA. I don't know the official name. I want to say the official name is Hilton Culver City, LAX maybe, because it's actually down the street from LAX. So it's on Sepulveda and Centinela. And people always ask me, hey, if you weren't going to stay at the airport, where would you stay? And I always recommend this hotel. Beautiful hotel. Just got renovated maybe 2 years ago. No more than 2 years ago. It used to be a DoubleTree, and they redid it, did some upgrades, and now it's a Hilton. So because, there's different criteria for certain brands or whatever, and certain standards. So yeah, so they upped the game, so to speak. So now it's a Hilton Culver City / LA, and it's right on the same street as LAX. It's just that it's not at the airport. There's a lot more to do. There's restaurants and a mall, shopping in walking distance to this hotel, right? I mean, literally across the street. So that's why I recommend it, because I love some of the hotels at LAX. The only drawback about LAX is that there's not a lot of shopping and restaurants within walking distance. That's it, okay? But Culver City, you get all that. All of that. Consistency. What does that even mean, consistency? So you guys know, well, maybe you don't know. I do 5 different. I'm on 5 days a week, okay? So I do On Air with Russell of Hotels. That's every Tuesday. I've done 280 shows. I do a daily check-in Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. That's 5 days a week of me. So when I say I'm consistent, right? So if someone wanted to if a hotel wanted to showcase their property like these hotels have, right? Like the AC Hotel in Greenville, South Carolina, okay? They know that I'm going to be on here 5 days a week and people are going to see this hotel, right? So that's what I mean. When I mean consistency, that's what I mean. So for your product, for your hotel, for whatever it is, if you know, I mean, if you want a commitment from me, you got it. I got 5 days a week of me, right? And then check this out. I just went to 7 days, right? Because the new web series, now you got 7 days of me. So what else I need to do, right? And I'm going into next year with all this, right? So next year I'm going to be just as consistent, if not more consistent, than I was this year. So going into next year, you always say, what can I do to improve what I'm doing? Can I add more services? Can I be more consistent? Well, I just showed that I can be more consistent and add 2 more days. Just when I thought that I couldn't do more things, I say, you know what? Let me up the game and let me start this little web series. Then that way, you got 7 days of me, and that's what I did. That's the whole reason for that because I never want to. I never want to leave a year going into a new year doing the same thing. So there you go. That is it, right? So, but anyway, that is it. I mean, yeah, I came on late, but I think I stopped early. I ended on time or ended early or whatever. Because right now, going into the new year, I mean, this show was normally like an hour long, but I've condensed some things. I've omitted some things, got rid of some things. I said, you know what? I don't need to say this anymore. I don't need to do that. So I kind of streamlined it. So now I'm going to be somewhere between 40 minutes to 50 minutes, I think, instead of the whole hour. Although I still have an hour to, if I need an hour, maybe, somebody wants to do a Q&A. Maybe there's people that are making comments or whatever. And that's good because I welcome that. So it gives them time for that as well. But I still have the whole hour block, of course. But if I finish a little early, then I finish early, right? Then that's okay. But anyway, any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me. My email is right there, russell@russellofhotels.com. You can ask any questions that you like. If you want to call me, maybe you don't want to send me an email. You just want to call me. Excuse me. Go russellofhotels.com. My phone number is actually there. People call me all the time. They DM me. They instant message me. They Facebook call me. They do all this kind of stuff, right? In fact, I got a couple of emails today. Someone's asking questions about, hey, can you give me a call regarding hotels? I'm like, okay, where are you going? Where you want to go? I mean, so I get those kind of questions as well. I did leave a message for the person that called me because, no, I couldn't leave a message. That's the thing. I tried calling, couldn't leave a message because their voicemail was full. I'm like, well, how are you going to call? You're not going to answer. You want me to call you? I call you. It goes right to voicemail, and I can't leave a message because their voicemail message, the thing is full. I'm like, hello? So I sent them a note. Hey, try calling you. Your voicemail is full. Call me when you can. You know what I mean? So I get calls all the time. So feel free to reach out and call me and just ask the questions. That's okay. I mean, there you go. If I can't answer them, I'll let you know. If I don't have any time, I'll let you know that too. But normally I have a couple minutes. So there you go. So once again, Russell of Hotels, I do this daily check-in Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And all the shows are here on LinkedIn as well as LinkedIn and YouTube. The replays will be on those same platforms as well as Facebook, and I sometimes put things on TikTok and Instagram as well. So there you go. So there's no reason why you can't find me somewhere. So anyway, that is it. You guys have a great day, great week. And once again, make sure you check out that web series called Hospitality Unplugged. The 2 episodes are out already on all the social media platforms that I just mentioned. They drop, meaning the new ones will drop on Saturday and Sunday. So you got 2 episodes that are out already, and then I'll do another 2 episodes on Friday and Saturday. So I try to drop at least 2 episodes every week. That's it. And just let me know what you think about it. So anyway, that is it. You guys have a great day. Once again, I'm going to put you on hold, and I'm going to have Cheryl Rogers take us out. So anyway, you guys have a great day. Thank you again. And as always, peace.
joining On Air with Russell of Hotels. Please tune in every Tuesday at 1 p.m. as we talk to other hospitality professionals. Your feedback is important to Russell. Feel free to email him at russell@russellofhotels.com with any questions or suggestions. Until next time, try not to be a person of success.